Amazing Race. Now, they sent me this. I only know about the Amazing Race by 60 Minutes, the commercials, and reading about it in the newspapers. So when I got this, I said, listen, I would be interested. And they said, the premise of the show is you go around the world in 30 days, and you can win $1 million, but it has to be with pairs of people. It could be 2 plumbers, 2 pizza makers, a father and daughter, and you have to race around the world, be the first one to get to the finish line, and you win $1 million, but they said you need another cab driver. Now, driving a cab, it's a very isolated occupation. I don't have a co-driver with me. When I got back to the garage, I do have a friend named Seth Goldman, and it was like a scene out of The Honeymooners. I was Ralph Cramden, he was Ed Norton. I was saying, Seth, this is it. This is our ticket out of this garage. We're going to win $1 million, me and you. We've got to do this. He said, I'm down for it. So I told him, we're in for it. They said, do a 3-minute video of why you want to be on the show. So we filmed it in the Lower East Side. I got up there and I said, listen, how are we going to lose this thing? We've got the luck of the Irish and the chosen people, right? We're going to win this. So Seth gets on camera and he goes, listen, I'm the only Jew in New York with no ambition. I need to win this thing. Needless to say, we send it off to Los Angeles. Next thing we know, the contract arrives for the Amazing Race. It's about this big. We show it to lawyers. They're looking at it. They said, you got to be kidding me. They want your image, your voice, anything that's sold for the next 5 years on platforms that haven't even been invented. And the lawyers are saying, you're signing away your life. And I'm looking at them, my life? I drive a yellow cab. What am I signing away? I said, you got to be kidding. Seth, get over here. Sign the contract, ship it back to La La Land. Next thing you know, tickets come out. 7 days in Los Angeles. Said, this is already looking great. Seth's got friends out there. We're going to hit some Irish bars. We'll hit the beach. That wouldn't have been a pretty sight, but we would have done that. And we said, we're going to live it up for 7 days. We get on the plane, fly out to Los Angeles. The hotel is within the LAX airport. So we get the shuttle, we go over there, and someone greets us. And we were surprised that someone knew us. They must have seen the video. It was somebody from the Amazing Race. They bring us to the check-in counter, and they write a false name. It's not even our name. And she says, I'll take you up to the room. We said, listen, we got here, we can find the room, right? She said, no, I'm taking you up to the room. She sits us down, and she goes, here's what's going to happen. You're going to be here for the next 7 days. You're not allowed to leave this room unless you get a phone call of us telling you where to go. If you're seen talking to anyone in the halls or in the elevator or anywhere, you're sent home right away. Do not phone anyone. Do not tell them what hotel you're in. And do not tell them what room you're in. We're looking around. You got to be kidding me, man. Can we go to the bar in the hotel? No, you can't leave this room. So now day after day, we're getting a phone call. Go to room 202. We go there. It's a psychiatrist. Talks to us for an hour. See if we're crazy. Back to the room. Get another phone call. An aptitude test. We had then vouchers to eat downstairs in the hotel. Somebody from the Amazing Race sat with us with a walkie-talkie and made sure we talked to no one. I mean, this was crazy. But every day, we also had to meet with CBS executives. So we go down to the CBS executives at least once a day. We're in a room. They're sitting in front of us, about 10 to 15 of them, and they're peppering with you questions. What if this happens? What would you do? What would you do with this? Tell us some cabbie stories. I'm spinning a yarn. And then Seth has got a great story. When Seth grew up in Brooklyn, his father would only play on the record player The 2,000-Year-Old Man by Mel Brooks. In Seth's house, Mel Brooks was the king of the Jews. Forget about rabbis, forget about everyone. There was nobody bigger than Mel Brooks. As fate would have it, Seth picked up Mel Brooks in Manhattan and took him to the producers. He was going to the theater. And the conversation that Seth had with Mel Brooks is priceless. Seth is here tonight after the show. If you want to hear it, he'll relay it to you. And the CBS executives loved it. They just thought this was great. Come out of the room. A producer from The Amazing Race comes up to it. They go, we like this ethnic stuff that you're doing in Seth. The next meeting we had, do you think you could Jew it up a bit? Now, I know what you're thinking, anti-Semitic in New York, but this is Los Angeles. This is how they talk out there. So we go back to our room the next day. Now, you think you know a guy. I've been hanging out with Seth for 20 years, drinking Guinness with him at every Irish bar. We went to Met games, we went to Shea, we went to Citi Field. I had a pretty good read on him. I didn't know Seth. They said, you have to go meet the CBS exec. Seth had morphed into a cross between Shecky Green and Jackie Mason. He started going, oy vey, and I didn't realize that he spoke Yiddish. So he's going, we're going down to the room, and he's going, his head's starting to sink. You had me schlepping down here, oy vey, look at these goyim here. You're nothing but meshugana. You're their putzes, and you're this, and you're that. And he's going, this meeting is your shamba. So I'm looking at him, I go, I better get into this. So I start going, oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. And I'm saying, top of the morning to you. We had now morphed into Seth looked like he got off of Shtetl and Russell, and I came off the set of The Quiet Man. But the funny thing is, the executives loved it. We had become caricatures of caricatures. They send us back to their room. We're doing everything. We're knocking it out of the park. Get a phone call one day. Just get this here. This is a long story. 7 days in Los Angeles. Come down to a suite on the first floor. We go down to the suite on the first floor. We open up the doors, and there's television lights, cameras, a timer, everybody with clipboards, and they said, we're now going to recreate the amazing race. You're going to go through with this. It finally dawned on set to me, we never watched the amazing race.